Hello and welcome to this video tutorial. Today we're looking at creating flowers that have a number of petals, and you can determine exactly how many petals that you want. So we're going to start here in Photoshop. I just have a brand new document available to me here. It doesn't matter how big your document is. Now I'm going to start by adding a new layer to the document. So I'm opening up the layers panel. You can get to that by choosing window layers, clicking down here on the little plus sign to add a new layer. Now the reason for this is because I'm going to use a shape, and there's a very good reason for using a shape which I'm going to explain a little bit later. But let's go and select the ellipse tool here, which is in the shapes collection. And from this drop down list here, I'm going to make sure I select shape. And so that gives me the option of a fill and a stroke. Now I don't want a stroke, so I'm clicking on the stroke and just selecting this icon that has a slash through it. And of course we can choose the color that we want our flower to be. I'm just going to choose a purple here. Now with this ellipse, I'm just going to drag out a sort of petal shape. Now the reason why I want to use a shape is because I want to actually change the shape of this petal before I do the rotation, and you can't do that easily with pixels. So I'm going over here to the pen tool where the pen tool was. I'm going to open up this group of tools, and what I want is this convert point tool at the very bottom. And because I've got my shape still selected here, I'm just going to click once on this point, and what that does is it converts it from a sort of rounded edge to something that looks a bit more like a petal. Now I'm going back here to the path selection tool. I want to select over my shape. Now I'm not seeing any transform handles. If you don't see the transform handles, you can choose edit and then free transform path, or you can just press Control T, and that's Command T on the Mac. Now I'm going to squeeze this up. Now you can see that when I try and adjust the shape of this, the whole of the petal is readjusting. If I hold the Shift key, I can actually just squeeze it in. I want petals that look a bit more like this. So now I have my petal, I'm going to rotate it around to make my flower shape. So let's have a look here in the layers panel. What I'm going to do is make a duplicate of this layer. So I can just right click it and choose duplicate layer and click OK. So we have a copy, and this is the one I'm going to rotate. And to rotate it, I'm going back to those transform handles. So again, I can go to edit and free transform, or I can just press Control T. I'm going to press Control T. And what I want to do is have a look at these 9 little boxes up here. If you don't see them, you're going to click in this little box here to see them, and these are the rotation points. We get a choice of 9 rotation points, and I want this one here. So I'm going to select of these 9 little boxes, the one on the top row in the middle, and that sets that as the rotation point. And then this is the angle of rotation. Now how far you rotate is going to depend on how many petals do you want. So if I want 6 petals, for example, there are 360 degrees in a circle, so you're always going to type 360, and then you can type a division sign, which is just a /, and then you type how many petals you want. So if I want 6, I'm going to type 6, and this is going to be the kind of spacing, so I can get a look at what my spacing is going to be like. Now if I think that that's not enough petals, then I can just delete the 6 and make it 7, and so this is the spacing. And I could continue to experiment with the kind of spacing I want between my petals. I'm actually going to use 6, so it is 360 divided by 6. Or it's going to be 360 divided by whatever the number of petals is. I'm going to click here on the check mark. Now I'm going to hold down 3 keys, Control, Alt and Shift. On the Mac, that's Command, Option, Shift. And I'm going to tap the letter T for transform. And every time I tap the letter T, you'll see over here I'm adding another petal to my flower, and so I need to add the 5 petals, and this is the 6th one here. Now earlier versions of Photoshop didn't work this way, but this is the way the most recent versions of Photoshop are going to work. So what we've got is we've got 5 petals together on one layer, and we've got 1 petal by itself. So now I'm going to select both layers here. So I'm going to click on the top one and shift click on this one. We're not going to meld it into the background. We don't want to do that. We just want these petals all to join together to be the same flower. So I'm going to right click and choose from this menu here, merge shapes, and that gives me a single flower. Now this flower is a shape, so if I select over it and if I like this shape, I can actually make it a shape inside Photoshop. So I could go to edit and then down here to define custom shape, and I'm just going to call this 6-petal flower. And if you wanted a whole series of flowers, then you could continue and make as many flowers as you want with as many different petals and different petal shapes, for example. But this is what we're left with. Now the reason why we didn't use pixels for this, let's just go and have a quick look at this. So I'm going to go back to my ellipse tool, and this time I'm going to use pixels and show you why we wouldn't use them, because when we do pixels we're filling with the foreground color, but we don't get the ability to change the shape of this, so we can't make this pointed. We can obviously change the width of it and the height of it, but we can't make it pointed, for example. So unless you want a petal that is this shape, then you're better off using shapes in actual fact than pixels. And if you really want pixels at the end of this, then this of course is a shape layer. It's got this little icon here, so it's a shape layer. Well, you could just right click here and rasterize the layer, and rasterizing the layer is going to convert it from a shape into just fill pixels. So we've got the fill pixels, we've got the result perhaps that you want, but we're doing it a different way. And just to revisit the flower that we made, let's just add a new layer here. Let's turn this one off for now, and let's go and find our flower. Well, we're going to the shape layers here, we're going to custom shape, and if we go to the very end here, this is the shape that we just made. This is our 6-petal flower, so I can click on it and I can make it as pixels or I can make it as shape. It doesn't really matter at this point what choice I make, but there it is as pixels, and let's go and make it as a shape. But the beauty of saving it as a shape is that it's always going to be accessible to us. If you like carefully researched content like this, clearly presented in a step-by-step format so that you can get great results, then you'll love my Skillshare content. I'm a Skillshare top teacher. I have hundreds of short courses on Skillshare that you can access, along with thousands of other great courses, all for the price of a single subscription. If you're interested, there's a Skillshare coupon for you in the description below to use to sign up. Using this coupon benefits me as a creator, and it helps me continue to make free content available here for you also on YouTube. Thank you for joining me for this video tutorial. On the screen now, you'll see a video that I've hand-picked for you. If you enjoyed the video you've just watched, I know that you're going to really enjoy the one I've picked for you to watch next.